Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. Today it's going to be part 2 of my most expensive albums according to Discogs. If you missed it, make sure you go back and check out part 1. I talked about albums 10 through 6, and my video ended up getting a little too long, so I ended up deciding to do a part 2 to this. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on that link down below. Go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. I know I say it every week, but just a cool place to continue the music conversation. There's also a couple other links down there. There's one for the Vinyl Den merch page, where we've got t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. There's a link for the Vinyl Den Spotify and Apple Music playlists on there, where every week we're just compiling music that we're talking about here on the show, putting it together on a playlist for everyone to enjoy. There's also a link down there for the Vinyl Den Patreon page. If you want to support the show, it's always greatly appreciated. You can support the show for as little as $1 a month. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a little thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So like I said in the intro, I think it was like early part of last year where I did a video like this where I went over my top 10 albums according to Discogs. And like I said, the list now is very different from what it was before. I'll put a link up above if you want to check out that older video. But, so when I look at Discogs, I go off of the median sale price just because I don't look at the highest sale price because, there could be signed copies or things like that that can really kind of skew the sales number. So everything I talk about today, all the amounts I'm going to give you that's just the median sale price, at the time that I did the video here. So real quick before I get into the list, I do want to say there are a couple of things I excluded from this list. So any kind of like box set, whether it's, like the Queen discography box set or the Chris Cornell box set, those tend to go for a lot of money. So I didn't really want to talk about box sets, so I took them off the list. And also any like specialty pressing, like the UHQR, I've got like the kind of blue UHQR, I've got the Aqualung also. Those sell for a lot of money. So I wanted to like mainly focus on the individual albums and kind of go from there because I think it's a better representation of my collection. Real quick before I get into the top 5, one more thing I want to say about that Logic Everybody release is when I bought it, like I said, I paid, I don't remember what it was, like $14 or $15, maybe it was $16 I paid for it. Whatever it was way below what the album was worth. But it was the record store I went and bought it from. It was the store owner was the one that cashed me out. And after I paid for it, we were kind of standing there talking for a minute. And I told him, I was like, look, I'm really surprised this was as cheap as it was because of what it was selling for at that time on Discogs and eBay. And he just kind of laughed it off and was like, yeah, it was some college kid's mom that brought out his record collection in and sold it. So I guess his loss was my gain. I got a great deal on it. But anyway, at number 5 is an album that, really, I'm kind of surprised, A, that it's going for as high as it is, and B, that it hasn't been reissued. I know there's a bunch of people out there that have been looking for this album. It is a hugely popular album, and that is Siamese Dream by the Smashing Pumpkins. This is the 2011 remastered edition from, this is a U.S. pressing. The median sale price on Discogs, $177.91. And actually, I got a great deal on this album, too, because I bought this used, too. I think I paid $18, maybe $20 for it, used, which is far below what a new copy of it was selling for at that time. I think the new copies were probably $40 or $45 of this album at the time. So, like I said, I hopefully this thing gets reissued because I know a lot of people out there have been looking for it. And number 4 is an album that, has actually really come down in price over the last year, probably $20 or $25 median sale price on Discogs. I think mainly because it was reissued last year as part of a box set, discography box set that the band did. By the way, at number 4 is Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo by MxPx. You guys know me, I'm a big MxPx fan. I'm actually just happening wearing my MxPx sweatshirt right now. But, this is an album that was really cool. This album here, my wife bought me as a surprise birthday present a couple years ago. But currently on Discogs, median sale price is about $180. I'm probably pretty sure she paid more than that when she bought it, though. But, you guys know me, I'm a big punk guy. I've been a big punk fan since the, probably mid-90s. And MxPx is one of those bands that I'd probably put in my top 2 or 3 bands of all time. Just a great album if you aren't familiar with it. So at number 3, this is Unplugged by Alice in Chains. Before doing this video, before looking on Discogs, if you would have told me this thing, the median sale price on this thing is about $190 on Discogs. If you would have told me that before I looked, I would have never believed you. I know that this album has gotten really hard to find over the last couple of years. And even when I bought this a couple of years back, it was kind of getting hard to find at that time. So, I knew it had kind of gone up in value, but I didn't know it was going for that much online. But this is the MOV. This is music on vinyl pressing from 2010. So it's a 2010 European music on vinyl pressing. If you're unfamiliar with music on vinyl, they do great reissues, great sounding quality, high quality audio reissues. So, it's one that I know a lot of people out there have been looking for this also. It's one that really definitely deserves another reissue just because, it is a great album, and really it shouldn't be going for as much as it is because it should be available, because it is a hugely popular album. I think a lot of people regard this as probably the best Unplugged show. I kind of go back and forth between this one and the Nirvana Unplugged. They're both fantastic shows, but just I think the performance from Lane Staley in this show was just absolutely unbelievable. So I guess I kind of cheated, but it's my show, so I can cheat if I want. But because with number 2, I guess it's kind of a box set, even though it is a single album. It was a long album when it was recorded. So of course it's going to be a bigger, more expensive set. But anyway, it is Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness by Smashing Pumpkins. Median sale price on this thing is about $250. And this is not an older pressing. This is a 2014 US pressing. I know there are older pressings available out there that go for even more than that, but it's another album that really deserves a reissue. I mean, it just this is, if I was to pick my top, probably top 5 or top 10 albums of the 90s, this would definitely be one of them. It's an album that it is a double album when it was recorded, so it's a quadruple album on vinyl, and it's one of those albums that beginning to end, there's probably only maybe 2 or 3 tracks on this entire album I skip. It's a rarity to have a long album like that and have it be as good as this album is. And then at number 1 on my list is the album it's actually Ian's grail of all grails. It's an album he's been looking for a very long time. And actually I got a really good deal on it. And I'm sure it's probably an album out there that a lot of people are really unfamiliar with and probably don't really know anything about or very little even about this band. And that is Roots to Branches by Jethro Tull. This was released back in 1995. This is a UK pressing. The median sale price on Discogs, and this thing has gotten really expensive on Discogs. I've seen it go for, I think the max sale price on Discogs, I'll put up a picture of it. I want to say it was like $1,000. I've seen it listed for $1,200 or $1,500, but I'm not sure if it actually sold at those prices. But anyway, median sale price on Discogs, $428.82, which is kind of crazy. But, it was 1995. Vinyl was definitely on the downswing, so there wasn't a whole lot of copies of this actually pressed. And the thing I'm kind of sad about is the store I bought it from, or that this person bought it from that I bought it from. But there's a price sticker on the cover of it, so that's I don't want to try to peel it off and damage the cover, but so I'll definitely try to leave it on there. But Jethro Tull, they were one of those big progressive rock bands in the 70s. And really after 1979, I was not a big fan of really anything that they had released until Roots to Branches came out, and I actually saw them on the Roots to Branches tour in 1995. It was the first time I saw them live. It is a good album. I wouldn't, sorry, I don't want to put so much glare on the screen there. It's probably not one of their better albums. I think it's probably their best release since the 70s, but it is a quality album. If you are familiar with Aqualung or Thick as a Brick and haven't heard Roots to Branches, make sure you check it out because it is a really good album. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. That is my top 10 most expensive albums according to Discogs. Of course, the median sale price on Discogs. I want you to drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about any of these albums. If you have any of these albums, what are some of your most expensive ones? Because I know there's a bunch of videos of this topic out there. I always enjoy watching them to see kind of what's in everyone else's collections. But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.